Welcome back, everybody, to Round 7 of SCG Regional Championships in Illinois, hosted by Nerd Rage Gaming. I'm your host, Andrew Donnelly. With me in the booth is my co-host, as always, Matthew Robert Dow. Matt, what's going on in Round 7 of Standard, baby? We gotta have something good for the people.
All right, I think we got the sweetest one yet.
Is this it? What does that say up there?
Yeah, that is right. That is Brody Richards on the left playing Mono Blue Devotion versus Evan Smith on the right playing Jeskai Tokens.
A Mono Blue Devotion.
Yeah, both these players are 5-1. This Mono Blue Devotion deck, I hear, is pretty sweet. So it's playing cards like Ensoul Artifact, Cloud Form, Ghostfire Blade, Hypnotic Siren. Yeah. This should be a sweet one.
And now this deck, and I can attest to what Matt is saying, we have walked around the room looking for decks to bring you guys, and people who are 7-0 or 6-0 are talking about this deck. They want to see this deck.
Yeah, so Brody is going to attack with his Hypnotic Siren and get in for one after Evan just plays a Mystic Monastery and passes back. And Brody says, yo man, I don't need none of that foolish stuff. I got Ghostfire Blade, Ornithopter. This thing is a, I believe that is a 2/4?
Is that a 2/4? Oh, jeez.
So it's a 2/4, doesn't die to Lightning Strike right now, can be Ensoul Artifact.
Secret of the Way.
It flies,
yeah,
like,
sure.
Yeah, Secret of the Way, yeah, whatever. This is a sweet one.
I cannot believe this. And then,
so Brody gonna crash in for 3.
I'm loving it. What do we got next?
He's gonna cast a, I think that's a Cloud Form.
It is a Cloud Form.
So that makes a 2/2 flying hexproof manifested creature. So yeah, Brody definitely got some sweet one. He now has 4 power worth of flyers that Lightning Strike doesn't really kill. Yeah.
So we've learned that Manifest 1 there is Reality Shift. That is the face down.
All right.
So this deck is mainboard Reality Shift.
Sure, man.
Things are going crazy.
He doesn't care. Brody prepared to take 2. Looks like
okay.
Evan is going to Wild Slash the Hypnotic Siren and trigger the prowess. So it's going to gain 3 life.
Slight life swing there.
I
mean, if you're Evan, what are you expecting from this deck? What?
I'm afraid of things like Ensoul Artifact right now. Looks like Brody just has a couple of Hypnotic Sirens in his hand and an island, so nothing really too powerful. Unfortunately, he's unable to to flip the manifested creature since it's a Reality Shift. But
well, now we've got some 4/4
now
flying
we got a 4/4
hexproof action.
Yeah, flying hexproof seems pretty good. And he's going to attack in for 4.
It's going to drop Evan to 15.
Imagine he's going to follow up here with some Hypnotic Sirens.
Holy cow.
And pass it back, yeah. So he's all in here.
I love it. Let's see a raise.
I'm just going to raise the alarm.
Oh, jeez. This deck doing everything that you hoped it would.
Well, I mean, our opponent isn't below sub 10 right now.
Sure.
I'm kind of scared that we're just going to, die to some Jeskai Ascendancy shenanigans. But it does have a 4/4 flyer that is hexproof.
Yeah.
So sign me up.
So nice Stoke the Flames you just drew. Nice Lightning Strike. Can't touch me.
Can't touch this.
MC hammering.
But once again, we are, we could definitely lose to Jeskai Ascendancy or something of that ilk. And one thing that I think Brody neglected to do here was move the Ghostfire Blade onto the Ornithopter again.
Sure, after...
after attacking with the manifested cloud form creature.
I could agree with
so
that.
that he doesn't have to trade, so they could block the Seeker and stuff like that. Looks like he's just going to bounce off the Goblin. So, yeah, I think that was a misplay there by Brody. Would have made things a little bit more difficult for Evan. But anyways... Brody gonna draw.
Oh,
hopefully,
there we go.
Card. Looks like that's another Ornithopter.
Was that an Ornithopter?
So the draw is not being super kind here to Brody. I don't think.
Does Brody have Master of the Waves in his list?
Does he? Let me tell you, he sure does.
I mean, I compliment him on playing a fringe deck and being able to go 5-1 in this tournament with some big names. I mean,
this is no fringe deck. This is a tier 1 deck.
this is tier 1 mono blue devotion. I'm sorry.
This is tier 1 from, last standard.
I mean, the people wanted an exciting deck, and we brought him an
This is a
exciting
sweet
deck.
one.
This
So,
is.
I mean, Brody's going to attack in here for 6 in the air, and Evan's on a 3-turn clock right now. Although he does have Stoke the Flames, and looks like he's just going to play another Rebel Master, and now correctly is going to move the Ghostfire Blade over to the other Ornithopter.
And now we have blocks against Rebel Master, blocks against tokens that will kill the tokens.
But Evan draws another Stoke the Flames, so
we've got Lightning Strike, Stoke from Evan.
yeah. So I imagine that Evan is going to be able to just kind of push through with his Rabble Master here.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was where we got. It was a little bit unfortunate last turn that we didn't have the Ghostfire Blade on the Ornithopter so that it could eat a creature. So let's see what Evan's line is here. He can cast a Stoke the Flames on the one Ornithopter and then Lightning Strike the other Ornithopter. I don't particularly like that. I like just crashing and then probably just stoking either the face.
Yeah, I think if I have burn 2,
Yeah.
especially with my opponent tapped out, I like to get in with about as much as I can, unless I want to attack with my Seeker and see if he's going to block with something. Perhaps Lightning Strike his blocker, pump my Seeker.
Yeah, we'll see what Evan decides to do. His goblins have to attack, so it looks like he's going to choose to stoke with one of them. Stoke the 2/4 Ornithopter.
And I think that's a good
Trigger
line
a
for
Seeker,
Evan.
and then
Has the potential to Lightning Strike something else.
yeah, perhaps the other Ornithopter.
Another trigger on Seeker the Way.
Yeah.
So here comes the damage.
Now he's going to attack for 4, 7, 10, I believe. I believe that is 10.
We're doing math correctly, so he's got 1 goblin, so Rebel Master's 3 power.
Yep.
Seeker the Way is 4. We have an 8, 9, 10, yeah.
Brody going to go to 3.
Dropping Brody to 3. Brody, you need a...
Brody, you need a Master of the Waves,
You
man.
need a... No, what do you need? Well, Master of the Waves, Whelming Wave.
Aether Spouts. He
Aether
has,
Spouts
one of those in his
Aether
deck.
Spouts would be a blowout.
I'm going to guarantee you Evan's not going to play around Aether Spouts.
No one plays around Aether Spouts.
No, certainly not. But Master of the Waves, I think, would also be good here. It would make 5 tokens, which would be capable of blocking enough damage so that...
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a Master of the Waves, I think.
Is it?
Unfortunately, he can't... the problem is he can't move the Ghostfire Blade this turn, but he still has him on a 2-turn clock if he does have a Master of the Waves.
I mean, that should be...
But Evan does have I believe, has a second Stoke in his hand. So.
I'm sorry, I have to adjust Evan's life total. He should be up to 12 after the last Seeker of the Way attack.
Yes, thank you. That is definitely important.
We also know that he also does have that second Stoke in
right.
hand, so...
It doesn't really matter what Brody draws here. He's just going to be dead either way.
Yep,
Sure enough,
and it looks like he knows it too.
So no, he drew a Frostwalker, another sweet one.
Oh man, I mean,
although not that great against the Jeskai tokens deck, since it has one toughness. So our hero has fallen in game 1. Hopefully he can bring it back. Man, he's even got a sweet Pokemon box.
Oh,
he does have a Green Bay Packers hat and a Michigan shirt on, so he loses some
street cred there.
Yeah, well.
What do we got in the sideboards for these two?
Oh,
first
man.
of all, first let's save Brody's list for last. Let's see the other list
roll
first.
that one.
Yeah, I want to see.
All right, Evan's deck. He's got an Outpost Siege, 2 End Hostilities, 1 Dig Through Time, 2 Disdainful Strokes, 1 Anger of the Gods, 1 Elspeth Sun's Champion, 2 Glare of Heresies, 3 Negates, and 2 Erases. I have no idea.
You don't want to Okay, come on. What can we do? We can bring in the Erase.
And Hostilities, I think, are good.
Yep. We can bring in the Negates.
We could bring Anger of the Gods, also good.
Yep.
We could bring in the Erase.
I like the Erase.
I do like the Erase. Takes care of Cloud Forms. Also takes care of Ensoul Artifacts, which, I mean, Evan didn't see in that game, but are definitely a possibility when you're playing Ornithopter.
Yep.
So those are definitely under consideration. I would probably bring in the End Hostilities and the Anger, so that's 3. Cards I don't particularly like from Evan's side. Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty tough for him. He, like this Ascendancy deck is,
It's a lot of
pretty
removal.
synergistic,
Yeah.
so it's hard to pull cards out. But maybe some Monastery Mentors might be a little bit too slow. Goblin Railmaster actually might not be that great, just because like had had Brody had an Ornithopter with a Ghostfire Blade on it, you're essentially just trading a 0 mana cost card for a 3 mana cost card, which seems really bad.
Very true.
So we'll see what happens there.
All right, so hit me up with that mono blue Devo Brody sideboard.
All right, here we go.
Bidnathas, is that the first one?
Yeah,
I love it.
Bidnathasa.
Oh,
Number 1.
jeez.
3 Negate, 1 Polymorphous Jest,
Oh, jeez.
1 Nullify, 2 Aether Spouts.
Is Hour of Need in this deck?
No.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
I was like, he would have been reaching
Yeah.
super far.
That would have been awesome.
Oh, man.
2 Aether Spouts, 3 Disdainful Stroke, 3 Vaporkin, and another Reality Shift.
I like Vaporkin, though.
I don't like Vaporkin in this deck,
I,
although it is a 2/1 that does provide devotion for 2 mana, and it
does.
does fly.
I'm not even kidding. You know what deck we saw at Thursday Night Magic? Or we saw a Jeskai tempo list that was playing the blue sprite from M15 that bounces a dude.
Oh, Quickling?
Yeah.
All right.
and I was blown away. I was shocked.
Yeah, so cards I like here, I think Aether Spouts might be pretty good, although getting to 4 mana might be tough, or 5 mana, although he is playing 23 lands, which seems
I like
high.
Polymorphous Jess too.
I don't know, that's just making your 1/1s into 1/1s. I mean, you're playing a token deck.
It's making their. I mean, if they're playing,
You could get him where he like triggers the Jeskai Ascendancy a bunch of
bunch,
times, and then you like, Polymorphous Jest, turn those into 1/1s.
Oh, jeez.
So that's a possibility. I think Negate is probably his best card to bring in. That and some number of Aether Spouts.
Sure.
It's like the players are out there having a good laugh about probably how sweet this deck is.
I would think how sweet it is. I mean, I'm even getting I'm getting messages from the table judge and from the spotter out there that that the deck is in fact some of the best design and concept he's seen. So
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So
Yeah.
Brody will be on the play here. Hopefully our hero can secure another win here and make it to the top 8.
Yep.
If you follow me on Twitter, I'll make a point after this to take a picture of this and post Brody's deck registration sheet on the internet for all of you to see to grab this list.
Yeah, to just grab the list right away. So that'll be a Matt Dow special on Twitter. Make sure you follow that. That's what
That's at vote_nader.
at vote_nader.
Yeah, so I'll
Awesome.
post the list after the event is over. So now I'm not giving away any of Brody's information. But he is going to keep his 7, while Evan is going to go down to 6. So let's see. Hopefully, I hope we see an Ensouled Artifact Ornithopter with Ghost Fireblade on it that's attacking in the air for 7. I just hope that happens. It seems so very, very sweet. So there's a Hypnotic Siren, there's an Ornithopter, and gonna pass the turn back.
I love this affinity. I love this affinity lead off.
And there's a Temple of Triumph for Evan. Come on, Ensoul Artifact.
Oh
Yeah, buddy.
yeah!
Ensoul
Hit you
Artifact
for
attacking for
6.
6. How does it feel?
Oh baby, you're down to 14. You better be prepared.
So Evan better pray he has Jeskai Charms in this deck. And he has 1.
Oh
So,
boy.
he's going to play a Mystic Monastery and ship the turn back. So
I
now
like
Brody has 6 power worth of flyers with
I like
Negate
where
back
this
up
is
in his
going.
hand.
Look at what do you
And-
can't do anything. You got
Yeah, guess what?
oh, Wild
Slash.
Slash.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Sure. Take 5.
Down to 9. Oh man.
And Brody's just going to play an island and ship the turn back. Evan draws another Temple of Triumph. Just going to play it, scry,
What do we got? You
ship
got
it back. And he's got Raise the Alarm, which I imagine he'll cast on end step.
what can we see from Brody here though? Just
Back
get in for 5.
Yeah, I mean, Brody has no... Evan's not beating this. Unsoul Artifact Ornithopter. It's just not happening.
I mean, for the people in chat right now, just saying, you know, oh well, this deck's nothing new. This deck's nothing fun. This